Good morning, good afternoon for most of you. It is time for another National Rugby League watch along with the Sydney Roosters versus Parramatta Eels. Looking forward to this one. Hopefully, this one will be a good game. I've not watched Rugby League in a few weeks, so roll it on. Fox 502. Welcome to the stream, guys, if you're just joining me. If you're just getting past the adverts. Another person, another sporting person gone, I see. That's a bit depressing. That is a bit depressing, John. Good day, Laura. If you want to watch the game, if you don't have access to it, it is live in the Discord server. You're welcome to join that. Make sure you hit the like button on the stream. My watch strap is broken. I think fairly consistent form coming into this one. Fairly consistent form. Hi, Zephyr.
There has been a change with Drew Hutchison, who will start at hooker. Connor Watson, who hasn't played for a month, will start from the bench.
Get the sound up a little bit as the game's about to start.
Battle between the packs. Campbell Gillard and Junior Barlow were outstanding against the Panthers, and then the battle of the edges. Crichton Tupanua up against Sean Lane and Papali'i. The halves.
Look at the view over all the houses. I think I did a VR. I think I did a live. A stadium tour VR session on this stadium, and because it looks almost a little bit like the San Siro in Italy. Sydney Roosters, Parramatta Eels. Where is Parramatta? I have no idea. Hi, Hasta La Vista. Hi, Rhymester. Well, I'm just saying, looking at the table, looking at the league table, they're in a fairly similar position, doing okay with a few mistakes. Hi, big bad ads. Hi, Tars. Hi, Rachel. So they're both Sydney based then. God, a big table of Gatorade. That just reminds me of American sports.
Last 7 days or so about his extension of his contract, whether it's going to be registered with the NRL and the salary cap situation of the Roosters going into 2023. This man towards the back end of his career, he has bounced back massive meters again last week. 162 of them in 44 minutes of action.
So it's not quite Sydney then, is it? It's not quite Sydney.
It's a cracker. Moses versus Keary, and the young Sam Walker up against the equally young Dylan Brown.
Yeah, fascinating battle and a big win for either club.
Look at all the smoke coming out of the stadium from the entrances.
Real feather in their cap if they come away with the 2 points.
All right, I am about 15 seconds behind.
Counted down to 0 here. One of the marquee matchups of the weekend at Suncorp.
Marquee matchup from the weekend. Game on. The first kick's been taken. You can hardly see anything at the moment though because of all the smoke that's coming. that was used at the start of the game.
As you would expect. And the Eels off the back of that narrow but hard-fought win. victory it was against Penrith last week to go with their earlier win against the Melbourne Storm.
I'll be back in a second. I desperately need a drink. 2 seconds, guys.
Brings it out here and plays it just inside the 30s. Lua on that right-hand side with Crichton playing on the left edge today. And Hutchison clearing the kick. In the starting side for Connor Watson, who with that throat injury will come off the bench in his return for Trent Robinson here this afternoon. Gutherson with that carry back. They'll bring it back now through Parham. And we'll play it there just short of the Eels 40. Round from dummy half. Picking up quickly, they were set up on there. Bailey Simonson going nowhere. And plenty of line speed from the Roosters in this opening set of 6 defensively. Campbell Gillard. And a real meter eater.
And that was Hutchison.
2022.
Hutchison both times.
Oh, sorry, all that cheering for the United Kingdom at Eurovision last night's giving me a sore throat.
The line speed for the Roosters defence.
One of those situations, you just go as hard as he can for 15 to 18 minutes maybe, and then Watson comes on once the sting has been taken out of the Eels forward pack potentially. Kick a deep one down to Suwali.
Parramatta Eels didn't really chase that kick then. Sydney with the ball.
From the young winger, and Tedesco brings it outside the 30.
Yeah, he loves the contact, Suwali. He took the second hit up of the day into the teeth of the Parramatta.
No, nothing missed. Nothing missed so far.
I love the way he accelerates
38 minutes gone.
to the contact.
Sorry, to go. It's a countdown clock, not a count up clock. And nothing's really happened yet. Sydney with the ball.
Issuing players back on his inside while Rhea Hargreaves is one of them.
It's a slow start so far. Not really that many big impacts.
Kiri a bit of width. Tupanua charging onto
Oh,
links up as well. 6 again here for the Roosters.
shows you right down at the bottom of the stream. Plus, if you want to watch the game, you can. The game is shown in the Discord server.
Stopped eventually there by Marnie. What a chance for the Roosters. Hutchison comes across here to Kiri. Turns it back on the inside for Alkeaho. On the line scorers last week. Grabbed his first for the season. And now Radley out the back. Kiri, good hands. Tedesco, what a tip on.
Oh, oh, literally a metre away from the line. We've still got 3 tackles left. Make that 2. Roosters with the ball.
Hutchison runs to dummy half.
Just outside of the try line. Little dummy. There we go. 3 minutes in. A little side shuffle. Very good. Nice start. Nice start.
Down this left touch line, and then the man with the ball, he's the most dangerous. You forgot about him. Turns his back.
Oh, look at that little dummy.
Gillard slips. Reed Marnie tries to
Oh,
tackle.
yeah, Hargreaves.
He's able to stretch out and get across the line. Terrific start.
Eels were absolutely sold there. Absolutely sold by that little dummy.
Finishing him off over the top. They go back to centre.
You're very pessimistic, Skull and Crossbones.
The front rower just turns his back like he's going to offload. Throws the dummy, straightens up. Good bit of footwork to beat.
Absolutely sold.
Gillard.
And that's 4-0 to the Roosters.
He looked like a quarterback about to dump it off to the running back. Instead he hangs on to it. Nathan Brown raced up. They all came up almost beyond him. Watch it again as he turns it there. Campbell Gillard beaten back on the inside. And Marnie one-on-one with a legs tackle. Couldn't stop Maria Hargreaves. And what about that reaction in front of a big group of Roosters fans there at the northern end of Suncorp Stadium. And they lead 4 points to 0 from beside the upper.
All right, can Sam Walker make the kick?
Perfect beginning.
Yeah, easy one. Easy one.
They come into this game with a 5-4 record. They lead 6 points to 0 downstairs to Jake Dew.
Really easy kick there. Look at this play. They show the replay again. Hargreaves just turns one way, turns the other. Over the line you go. 6-0 to the Roosters.
The Eels, they are 4th on the ladder. The Roosters 7th. Parra have won just 1 of their past 6 against the Roosters. They're trying to flip that script today, but the Roosters off to a flyer. Big Jake
Pixie's just had her breakfast. She's probably going back to sleep.
The dummy fooled him as well. He was
Right, kick off again. 35 minutes into the game. Roosters with the ball.
Frantic opening. The Roosters off the back of a set restart call. Stay on the attack, and now Sawali. Maria Hargreaves grabs the try that puts them in front here today.
Whoa, that's got to be a knock on.
Straight back to the Eels.
No, we're playing from the Eels. Eels with the ball, charging forward, all the way down the touchline.
Chance for the Eels to hit back. Parham stepping, staying alive.
Okay, so Eels are just under 20 metres out.
Inside the 20. Marnie waits at dummy half. 6 again there as the Roosters give away a set restart. They get their line set.
A set restart for the Eels.
Campbell Gillard, 10 metres out. Brown on the short side, plenty of space. He goes at Keary, gets some help there as well from Tupanua, and they'll play it only a couple of metres away. Sean Lane from dummy half. Feed it back to Campbell Gillard. Nathan Brown pushing up. Tries to use a bit of footwork there as he comes towards Taugayaho. Still going. There's Brown. Eventually the call of held. They're deep on this right-hand side.
Surely the Eels have got to get something out of this attack.
Roosters there, including Hutchison.
3 tackles left, and they are about 5 metres out. Oh, he's gone for the kick very early. What a waste.
100 today for the Roosters.
He didn't need to do that. He still had 3 tackles left.
Into the field of play.
Yeah, in the right spot there, James Tedesco to clean up the kick there.
Wasted opportunity there, I think.
After a horrible error.
And Sydney are going to try and run the ball out.
Taugayaho dropping the ball on play 2, coming off the try.
Now a shift by the Roosters. Numbers here. Tupanua hangs on to it. Boy, if he puts it through that.
Oh,
There was a chance
good
for
running.
Manu.
Good running.
Outside. They'll get a penalty instead. Good work on the ground there. Hayes Perham gives it away. Grabs the leg there. Tupanua. And they'll come at them again.
Some really attacking running there by Tupanua.
To his outside, unmarked. Joey Manu and that man.
So 33 minutes left on the clock. And Roosters have a reset
Try scorer.
within
Jared Warrior
about 35 metres of the Eels try line.
Hutchison comes to Keary. Taugayaho. And a sign of release when they defended that set of 6 off the mistake he made. Hutchison comes through Radley. Keary, good hands. They look sharp today. Their attack has been a bit staccato in 2022. Looks slick here this afternoon. Radley, Keary out the back.
Oh,
Again by Walker. Play on.
they've got to score this. One more. Down you go. 10-0 to Roosters. Dominating now. Absolutely dominating.
High in the stand.
Every time they get the ball, it looks like they're going to score a try here. So with 32 minutes 12 on the clock, 10-0 Roosters.
Comes in and stops Walker as he tips it on. Maybe gives
Is this going to be one-way traffic?
I think was in our camp.
Yeah, look, and the ball bounced forward as well. If Momirovski had been able to get to it on the full, I think it would have been play on. But the ball bounced forward and it gave it.
Just let them run through there. Too easy. Far too easy.
Roosters with another tip on this one, just not getting it right.
Oh, they were going to score. Instead, it's called back. Barlow here will play it just outside the 20.
There's no doubt there's more rhythm to the Roosters
Hang on.
attack than we've seen.
I'm sure he just scored a try.
Has been inconsistent.
I'm sure he just scored a try. What's going on?
Trent Robinson talks about the flow of the attack.
I'm confused. I am really confused because I'm sure he scored a try, but apparently not.
Playing just short of the 40 as Brown takes a carry into the shoulder there of Taugayaho. Warrior Hart.
How odd.
Manua makes sure he hits the deck as well. They've got 2 plays remaining in this set from the halfway
So
line.
Eels with the ball at halfway. Please, someone, if anyone can explain what actually happened. Whoa! God. That is a turnaround there, and
A piece of magic in magic round the shot.
and the electric eel sounds make the noise. 6-4
Drifting across the field.
with what should be a fairly easy conversion here.
That held up the defence and he had the speed.
I haven't, Big Oz. I've not watched anything. I was
Angus Crichton
fast asleep
was the
probably.
inside defender. Walker, the outside man, he was able to split them both, had the speed to get to Tedesco and set Papali'i.
Oh, okay. There was a knock on before.
Great play, Mitch Moses.
I don't think they made that very clear.
Tedesco
But anyway, 6-4 should be 6-6 after this. So maybe it's not going to be a runaway victory for the Roosters after all. Because that was a strong start by the Roosters, for sure. Papali.
He has at his disposal, but it's the running game that make the Eels a far more dangerous.
What excellent play by Moses, slicing 2 players through.
For Moses to beat
Wow.
the inside man Angus Crichton with speed.
Just see that little, it wasn't much of a decoy run from Junior Barlow. It was enough though for have Crichton.
Just an opening opened up for Moses, and he squeezed through it. Completely caught the Roosters off balance there.
Through the hole and link up with this man who'll head to the Tigers in 2023, but he's been outstanding as a Parramatta Eel.
Mitchell Moses for the conversion.
Convert the try, he helped set up not the best.
Only just from that angle, only just. But only just is enough. 6-6.
Today, Sunday in Magic Round in Brisbane, Jake Duke.
Yeah, isn't it a good way to finish Magic Round? I reckon there's close to...
I can't see there being any AFL fans in here, Jason, if I'm honest.
Go straight through, Brandy mentioned
I get a completely different audience when it comes to AFL and NRL.
also loves a try assist in Magic Round. That's his 6th combined try assist over the 3 years we played Magic Round, and he gives it to the big fella Isaiah Papali. He gets through so much work for this Eel side. He gets a try. He's a reward there.
We've seen some quality football in this contest already, as you would expect.
It's a good game already, isn't it?
Between them, fifth
With nearly 11 minutes gone.
position. The Roosters in
What a cracking game so far. 6-6.
win last week against the Tigers.
Hi, Shanice.
Eels made their statement against Penrith. As Brad Arthur said during the week, we need to prove we can do it week after week, as Penrith and as Melbourne do, because to win the comp, you have to win 3 big games in September and then on the first Sunday in October.
That's how it is, isn't it, in the competition? You know, in competitions like this, the commentators are mentioning that you only really have to win the 3 big games, or possibly 4 with the final. How true is that? It doesn't look. You can finish. I assume in NRL it does top 8, but ideally, all you need to do is do enough to finish in those playoffs, in those finals positions. You only have to get lucky once to beat maybe Melbourne Storm in the final, or Penrith.
He's a target, no doubt, and those cross kicks today from Keary and also Walker. Daniel Tupou, good run right there from Suwali again, Brandy, emphasising your point from earlier in the game.
He gets a couple of metres from the contact and actually speeds up. He almost came out the other side. If you're not 100% committed...
Their last tackle for the Roosters, and they are 20 metres out. They've gone for a kick. Oh my God. That's a definite try. What an absolute cock-up. Oh, man. What a cock-up. Jesus.
Wasn't your conventional type of
checking grounding,
rubber
clean
kick.
grounds at first.
We're just going to check the grounding, and there was
I think that's got to be a try, surely. A kick on that should have been fairly simple for the Eels to deal with.
Doing what most fullbacks do these days, and that's
That should have been simple. It didn't change direction when it landed to the player.
for Gutherson. Does he get there, Tedesco? He does.
Yeah. That's 10-6. Oh, what an absolute cock-up.
When the referee went up no try, I thought, boy, I'm heading to OPSM first thing tomorrow morning. I'm glad what we saw was
Try.
we saw green lights. Tedesco and the Roosters hit back. And Clint Gutherson, who was an
I love how you can hear in the stadium that when the Eels score, you hear the electric sound, and when you hear the Roosters score, the rooster sounds. God.
and he was handcuffed by it, and Tedesco couldn't believe his luck.
Yeah, Walker with the kick, and it was a good one. He split the defence. A horrible bounce. Because
It wasn't a horrible bounce, though, was it? He was just...
on the ground.
His body position was wrong.
Yeah, for about 10 metres, so it came at Gutherson with a bit of speed on it. He might have been tempted to put his foot there, but probably realised he didn't have time because Tedesco was timed it perfectly. He was on the ball in a flash.
Oh, that's interesting. That is interesting, Rymister. That is interesting. I like that little bit of information there about Parramatta and PARRAMATTA EELS. PARRAMATTA EELS.
Game number 100 off the back of a hat-trick last week against the Titans. Scores a second try.
But you say that, Brad. This game's not too bad so far. 13 and a half minutes in. Okay, can he make the conversion? Sam Walker with a try to make the conversion.
Two very good defensive teams in the main.
If that happens, I'm loving it.
Might need to keep our powder dry early on here.
Oh, in you go. Nice bit of spin on it. Just enough of a curve. 12-6.
It's Tedesco again. Factoring here for the Roosters, as he's done since linking up with them from the Tigers.
What a cock up. What a cock up. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable for the Roosters so far this season, James Tedesco. Actually, over his past 3 matches, he's averaging 250 metres, 10 tackle busts, and he's scored now 5 tries. Their leader, and he said he takes it personally, carrying this side, putting them on his back when they've had their struggles to start this
Nice
season.
big kick to start the game off again. Eels need to really just put the pressure on. I think the Roosters have found it far too easy to make gains up the pitch. Penalty to Roosters. Hi, Than. I think that's how I'd pronounce your name.
We've had 3 tries in the 4th, the 10th, and the 13th minutes. And now the Roosters with the touch finder from Luke Keary, right on halfway to begin their set.
And it's Wairua Hargreaves racking up a tally early on, running for the best part of 70 metres already in the opening 15 minutes of game time. They're 40 out. Forward through Radley, who just launches himself at Barlow and Brown.
I think this is a really good game. It's pretty even at the moment. I think Roosters have been the more dominant team, and here we go. They might get another one. No, not quite. But they've. Oh, we got a female touch judge as well. Interesting to see a female touch judge in the game.
They're at the 10. Their 3rd try here. He's opening to the game.
What? God, that was close. 1 tackle left. Penalty. Penalty to the Roosters.
Radley on the ground. Just able to get poke his head through the defence there. Oh, the Parramatta defenders, what do you do in that sort of situation when a pass is thrown?
I don't. Well, Sydney have got to make something from this. They've just got the penalty there on the 24 minutes left. 12-6, right on the edge of the try line.
Looks at Tedesco, grabs him. I don't know whether the ball goes beyond lane anyway, but no doubt a professional foul situation there for Tom Opacek.
Yeah, gee, that's tough for Parramatta, down to 12 players now.
That's the yellow card coming.
Opacek, the left centre. You can imagine that.
So Eels are down to 12.
The next 10 minutes, they'll be aiming a lot of attack down there, and that is the side with Keary, Tupanua.
Jake, I haven't got round to looking at it properly yet because I have been just non-stop. But I did see it in the Discord server, so I will get back to it, I promise.
Just got pulled down behind as he got himself through the Parramatta defence there to offer the pass.
So we'll wait and see what the Roosters are going to do. Walker's going to come in and make this an 8-point lead.
See, why is he going for it? He's going to go for the kick apparently. But in that position, you've got all 6 tackles left. I'm surprised. I'm surprised you don't want to go for the try attempt. So he's just going for the 8-point lead. Maybe that's a good choice. I don't know.
They've got plenty of firepower there.
They've got enough variety there on the bench to fill most holes.
No Walker.
Just about in again. He's really sweeping his foot across. But 8 points clear, 14-6 to the Roosters with 23 minutes 10 left. I don't know. Do you think that was the right decision? Do you think that was the right decision to take the kick rather than go for a try?
Down to 11 at one stage. Now the Eels down to 12 here. And we'll see what the Roosters can do.
Yeah, temptation just too great there for Tom Obachek. When you see James Tedesco looming up on the outside, very hard not to make any contact with him.
So 14-6. Let's get the game underway again.
For the next 10.
It's a terrific crowd once again, isn't it, here on the Sunday Magic Round?
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Jason. The fact that they've gone for the kick, even though the Eels are one man down, plus they had all 6 tackles left. I think they could have gone and made a good effort for a try there. Only plus side is they get the ball back, so they've got the extra 2 points. Plus they've got the ball back with obviously the yellow card for the Eels. I still think it's probably a wasted opportunity though.
Bradley has come from the field, succumbing to an ankle problem. We'll get an initial thought from the Roosters trainers in a moment. A juggle for Manu.
We'll see if it was a wise decision, won't we?
The side of the field that Opacek normally inhabits. Keary back to the middle. Warrior Hargreaves. Second last play in this set. For Hutchison, we go to the short side. Keary, no
Big
pressure
kick
on
up
him.
from his 5th, or his 6th, should I say.
Corridor there for Gutherson.
They catch it that time at least, and runs into a brick wall of Roosters.
Here, Parramatta, 5 inside their own.
Shanice, it was brilliant. Really enjoyed Eurovision. Some of the songs were a little bit depressing and a little bit, well, too many ballads basically. And it was an absolute travesty that Ukraine won when clearly the United Kingdom should have won. So that was gutting. But yeah, the Eurovision was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. How Australia got as many points as they did is another mad question. But yeah, it was a good night. It was a really good night.
With the kick from Luke Keary, but the penalty now will give the Eels some cheek meters. They'll get up near halfway. Kick from Mitch Moses.
So Warrior Hargreaves on report for that action there on Perham.
He's been the best front rower on the field so far, Warrior Hargreaves.
Tap and go.
Whenever the Roosters have
Eels
played
with the
well
ball.
in the 5 wins they've had this season, Warrior Hargreaves has been one of their better players.
The initial report coming through from the Roosters camp was that
Australia's song was dreadful. So how they finished as high as they did is still beyond me.
as badly as
But they got Australia got a lot of the jury votes, so the experts votes.
you'd imagine.
People were less interested, to be fair.
A bad one that requires surgery. Brown comes back through the middle. Junior Barlow for Brown. 3 on 2 there for a moment. Down a man.
Drive.
On that left-hand side. Sean Lane out there playing it.
No, I still remember when Terry Wogan hosted it.
Marnie comes back
No, I do still remember, but
Can't blame the surface.
I am 32, so I do still remember some of it, yeah. Because I do watch it every year, because I think it's brilliant.
Moses lofts a kick to Desco's there. A touch back by Parramatta. Play on. Campbell Gillard got a
Big tackle there, big tackle in the air.
is wound up by the Roosters, and they've survived there. It was a very well-weighted kick by Moses.
Yeah, very close to the try line, and he's got great touch, Mitch Moses. We know he can kick the ball a long way, but that one just landing just short of the try line, and the Parramatta hands winning the ball and almost creating a chance. And to be shut
How Roosters are stuck in their own half here is beyond me. It seems that the Eels have got better since being one man down.
There with the headband around the ears. Hutchison, good offload there from Taukeaho. Chance.
Jason, it was brilliant, I promise you. And the fact that UK did so well,
Takes on Gutherson. Gutherson
that made it even better. The second half of the show was incredible.
hits and sticks there.
Countries actually giving United Kingdom 12 points was insane.
From sideline to sideline to Desco, showing it, stopping, going again. Moses wasn't falling for a dummy for his old Tigers teammates. They're just outside the 20. Hutchison, he goes to Butcher. Keary feigns to kick and then on. Don't know what happened there. He just
He couldn't decide what he wanted to do, and he just gets wiped out on Eels ball. Wow. There's a mistake. I think Roosters could. Rue their chance here to go for a try on when instead of converting and taking the kick.
That was a great stop from Clint Gutherson. Wrap the ball up because we know Sawali's got a great pass. There it is. He's trying to kick. Then he thinks about a pass, and they just got it wrong.
Poor choice.
Happened often this afternoon. Execution has been their problem.
18 minutes and 35 seconds left of the first half.
Cold error that we've seen from them.
No doubt put off by the run there of Warrior Hargreaves. He was going to kick, he was going to pass. In the end, he thought, I can't do any of them because I'll give away a penalty if I do. And he just stone cold dropped it. Penalty here. Penasini, good bullet.
Penalty to Eels. High, I assume.
Moses wants to go at the line quickly.
Well, it seems like whenever a team gets in field position, they
Good
go
kick,
right
good
to
kick.
scoring. Parramatta did the last time they were up here through the Mitch Moses kick. Let's see what they can do off this set of 6, which starts well into.
If Roosters don't, as I said, if Roosters don't make the most of this one-man advantage and the position they had, then that'll be an absolute travesty for them. But Eels seem to be doing better since going one man down, which is always interesting when that happens.
Set restart though. Butcher too slow and getting off Nathan Brown. Junior Barlow here, 25 metres out on the Roosters line. They're set on the right-hand side. Marnie though through a dummy and slipped past Hutchins.
Almost a dummy.
Good work by Butcher to stop him. He's still just outside the 10. And there's plenty of pressure here on the Roosters.
So Eels with the ball 10 metres out. They've still got 3 tackles left and they're 10 metres out here. This is a good chance for them if they can find a space. I don't think they can find a space. 2 tackles left. They're not going to get through, are they? Last tackle remaining after this, after he gets taken down. He has been taken down. Took some effort there to get him down. Oh, they're just too quick on the ball, wasn't it? It's just too quick. Almost.
Parramatta Eels, the Roosters have been doing the same thing, getting down the other end and going awfully close. The kick from Bailey Simonson, just too much weight on it.
Yeah, too much weight. Almost a beautiful pass though. Very unlucky. Very, very unlucky.
Not much room and nowhere to go really, Bailey Simonson. Moses probably better off being the one that put the kick in.
The Roosters hang on. Here they are back at the halfway line. Said restart as well to give them tackles still. They take it back into Eels territory. Pops it over the top.
So Roosters with the ball. They've got to do something with this man advantage. He'll be running out soon.
Comes back to the middle. Here is Warrior Hargreaves, who has the compass set to true north. Good stop by
30 metres out for the Roosters. He's gone up and over. Oh! It's out of nowhere. Up, over, on for the try. Whoa. That was a brilliant try by the Roosters. 18-6. They have made the most of that player advantage in the end then. Absolutely done him. Really good kick. Completely caught them off guard there. Completely caught them off guard. What a brilliant, brilliant kick. NRL bunker. Try confirmed. Sam Walker. Going for the conversion as well.
Pretty good today, haven't they? And Walker backs himself as he's done from the moment he came into the NRL. To seize the space in behind them.
Brilliant try. Absolutely brilliant try.
Spectacularly as Adam Reynolds here on Friday night for the Broncos, but it was a beauty all the same. And He took no chances. It was going to bounce off a point. He got there just before it hit the turf again and scores their third try of the afternoon.
Well, he's a young half that has great vision. Whether he's kicking
I caught the last half of the Swans game.
throwing long ones to players that are
And considering we lost our previous two, it was nice to get back winning.
hitting the man
Good thing Bombers are
in
absolutely
space.
useless.
That's the key for Sam Walker. And that time he realised the space was in behind the defensive line. Not the pass, but the kick.
Is it going to be 20?
Like this,
It is 20, plays 6.
all afternoon. He makes it a big scoreline here. Still, Opacek just returns.
Big scoreline considering there's still 14 minutes to play this half.
This first half, barring incident, it's 13 versus 13 again, and the Roosters lead by 14. And they do take advantage while they're up against just the
Are they players that currently play? Yeah, is Walker's uncle still playing? And we're level on players again. The sin bin is finished.
Now more than 100 metres run in the opening 26 minutes of this game. Nathan Brown there, Connor Watson and Luke Keary both appealing for a shoulder charge motion there from Brown. Now the ball will come free. The Roosters could challenge this essentially.
Well, the referee has given a shoulder charge, hasn't he? To Parramatta.
Let's take a look at that action from Nathan Brown because it had all the hallmarks of a bit of a shoulder charge.
The Eels fans do not look very interested in the stadium.
Back towards Ryan Madison. The Roosters decide not to challenge. I think Solali was convinced that Ryan Madison made contact with the ball with his foot. That's what he was motioning for.
Maybe a couple of chances there to use their challenge. They elect not to. And here are the Eels again. Moses.
Oh, I tell you what, he is a big boy, isn't he?
Standing in the back line.
Number 10, Paolo. He is bloody huge.
Restart. No surprise. The Roosters give away a penalty for offside or a restart for offside in defence. That is also how we play things in the modern game. Marnie for Moses.
So Eels with the attack here. 8 metres out.
Former Rooster.
They've still got 4 tackles remaining. There's no reason why Eels can't get something back here, and they need to get back in this game.
Now Lane trying to spin there in the tackle of Manu and also Keary. Wedged in a corner of the
I don't know. I think mainly it's 26 because Eels had one player off. I don't necessarily think that would have happened if they were even on players. 2 tackles left. They need to spread the play. No, they're just giving them easy tackles here, but running into them. Last tackle. Punched away by Roosters in the end. Punched away. 11:40 left of the half.
Ran their third try in to lead 20-6. Down this end of the field. Couldn't crack the Roosters' defence in 5 plays, but needed another go at them. And Moses gets that through a very well-weighted kick into the in goal that forced Tedesco, fortunately for the Roosters, to make contact with the ball and just knock it dead.
There's a great battle today, isn't it, between 2 outstanding defensive fullbacks in Tedesco and Gutherson. Tedesco supplied the dropout, but Gutherson played it off the boot.
So, interestingly, the Roosters decided to play the ball long. Play the ball as a kick and giving it straight back to the Eels. I assume they're just going to try and keep them as high as possible. Or he's going to need a new kneecap.
Well, Lane had run past him, so that took him out of play.
Short side once again. Now Lane gets a chance. He stopped in a
So Eels still have the ball. 3 tackles remaining.
was there as well.
15 metres out.
Comes to Nathan Brown. Madison.
What are they going to do?
Moses holds it down in front of him.
Some nice passing play. 8 metres out. 2 tackles remaining. Oh,
Walker and Walker doubles up on the effort.
tried finding the gap there.
Lend his weight to that tackle along with Crichton.
Last tackle.
Gutherson, little
Up and over.
kicks it, awkward one.
Punched away.
Backwards by Parramatta. So while he had to play at it,
Ouchie mama.
2-on-1. Perham will bring it back here, and Parramatta.
They don't know what to do with it.
Papali'i, he goes
Good
back.
passing.
Here's a chance. Simonson steps back on the
Oh,
terrific try. Saving
is it enough for a try? They are.
touched out. It looked for all the money in the world.
The referees are giving it as a try. The touch judge on the side, she had a perfect view.
Well, let's just see if that ball and the arm carrying the ball has come in contact with the ground. You're right, it was a terrific tackle after he beat Sam Walker. With
So it's going to be checked by the video assistant.
Angus Crichton comes across, shuts him down.
I don't think it did touch the ground.
Angus Crichton is affecting a tackle.
There's no momentum that's taken him any closer to
Simonson
the try
reaches
line.
out and promotes the ball. We have a decision.
Couple of big plays in that
What are they giving?
left-hand side for the Roosters by Walker and also Crichton. What a tackle by Crichton in the end. Simon
No try.
destined to score as he stepped back
No
away
try.
from the sideline. Just
There was no momentum, was there, for the ball?
When he had Sam Walker one-on-one, I thought Bailey Simonson's a good finisher. He'll get to the try line. He stepped Walker, but he wasn't counting on Crichton pushing so hard from the inside.
Yeah, so there was, the reason for no try was because there was no real momentum. He had to make an extra movement to reach over to place the ball.
He will need scans to determine the extent of that, but his afternoon is over.
It's a shame for Vic Radley and the Roosters. Syndesmosis diagnosis was the early call from the Roosters medico.
Oh, that's interesting.
So Watson waits here at dummy half. He comes to
Does Casey Badger, does she referee in the middle at all at this level?
Through that set, and they're trying to isolate him with Isaiah Papali'i.
Or does she referee in the middle lower levels?
Very hard man to stop, but Walker's been brilliant defensively.
Well, on his side of the field here, Tedesco out the back. Will play it 40 out from the Roosters line. Watson.
I think Sydney Roosters got let off a little bit there, if I'm honest. Because that was a really, really good effort there by the Eels. 8 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock of the first half.
A couple of times just to reducing that gap. They just haven't been able to nail it.
Tennessee working it up towards the 40. Another change for the Eels. Makahesi Makatoa is out there now. Madison bypasses him. Brown takes them on. Good stop.
Good
by
tackle.
Keary. Desperate effort there. Gutherson.
Moses playing well today. Moses really is playing well. They've got 2 tackles left. They're just outside the 30, the Eels.
Last play for Parramatta. Moses it is. Will bomb away, putting Tupou under pressure. Momorowski does the blocking for him. Not much energy there from the Eels chasers, it has to be said. On this right-hand side of the field, an easy catch in the end for Tupou.
Yeah, I thought Moses put it high enough for the chase to get down there and compete for the ball.
It does seem a lot of these chasers are a little bit lazy. They're not. Players aren't putting a full-on sprint when they kick the ball up, are they? I think they're being very lazy.
One more game beyond this on Magic Round live on your home. Magic Round, the Fox League, the Tigers and the Cowboys. They are the final act. It's been a fabulous weekend. Rugby League, an old-fashioned footy carnival here in Brisbane this weekend. It's been great to be back in the River City as Gutherson brings it back here. Played 15 short of the
When there were
halfway
2
line.
referees on the field? What?
Does 10 minutes in the sin bin from a professional foul. The tackle
Surely they didn't referee a rugby league match with 2 referees on the field. That's weird.
from the dressing room. Now Simonson, 5 short of the halfway line. Playing it for Marnie. Mr. Madison on the inside there. Kafusi was pushing up through the middle, but Madison will hang on to it. Marnie with options.
I don't know. I
Situation.
don't necessarily think they've been smashed. Also, hi Nanya. I don't think they're being smashed. I think actually they've had just as many chances to score. And bear in mind, one of the Roosters tries was just given to them, wasn't it, by the poor take by the Eels. I think they're unlucky. They are unlucky not to be a little bit closer with 6 minutes left of the first half.
Is going to offer the Parramatta side another chance. Tupou with a good take and run. But then just, the ball came out pretty quickly.
Surprisingly, again, came out like a rocket.
Yeah.
Surprising the Roosters don't challenge that one. A couple of chances now on situations.
A couple of times the commentators think the Roosters should have challenged. Maybe they forgot they've got a challenge.
From the scrum win. Standing out on the scrum, Nakatoa on that left-hand side of the field. We'll play it 15 metres out. Lane is working towards the uprights. He lays the line for them. He's still going, though. I didn't think it was a settler by any stretch. Visions of backing his way in. Marnie. Here comes to Brown. Plays in motion. Madison is there with Moses. Madison hangs on to it. Set restart here, so more.
I think having two referees on the field is it's an okay thing for making sure the referees are close with play and and get good views of and good positions. But the only problem I would say is, that was a little bit physical. I think the problem with having two referees is the different leniency levels and the tolerance levels that the referees have. However, I think possibly in rugby league, well, it seems there's less rules anyway, but it's possibly easier to be less subjective. Oh, off his face.
Well, they've spent an eternity down this end of the field. In the last 15 minutes, the ball hasn't passed halfway. The Roosters have barely had the ball, and when they have, they've turned it over. Kick ricocheted off a couple of players there, but another line dropout for the Roosters. That's their second, or it will be their second, and the Eels need points after spending.
They definitely do need some points. 3 minutes 35 left. Yeah, as I said, I think the most decisions in league and union, for example, are very in the books. It's umpires referee to the books, referees umpire to the referee to the book. Whereas in football, I don't think you could do this in football because it's too subjective. It's too subjective.
Outstanding defence from the Roosters.
Once again, Crichton is there riding shotgun.
They've got 3 tackles left.
Here's Papali'i. Gonna back his way in. Just about got there as well.
A metre out with 2 tackles remaining for the Eels. They've got to get something out of this one, right? I don't think they're going to, though. Roosters still got it. They haven't lost the tackle yet. Until now. No. Still 2. They can't take him down at the moment. Last tackle. Last tackle. Oh. Oh, man. Roosters held on. 2 minutes left.
Into the 20s, that's tackles inside the Roosters 20 in the last 15 minutes. Very brave.
Really, really good defending.
The old red, white and blue iron curtain right there.
They just could not get through, could they, the Eels? Could not get through. They held it. They held the ball without making that, without having that 5th tackle for ages as well. But Roosters, really, really good defending.
Maybe the kicking behind might not have been a bad option. Well, here's pressure. The Eels now, we march down the field. They'll kick for line here, and the Roosters will get the last crack at them in this first half. A chance to blow this wide open.
And their strike rate's been pretty good when they've been given penalties and work.
1 minute 15.
Meters by the Eels. Well, they've come up with 3 tries. Have they got another one in them before the break?
Tedesco, they looked far vastly getting attack. Maybe helped by the effort against
It's performance-wise, I think it's a fairly even game. I think Roosters have clearly shown that little bit of... No, actually, I can't say they've shown a little bit of magic. Because I think it's a very even game. The fact it's 20 plays 6 is, I think, unfair on the game. But that is simply because... Maybe because Eels went one man down. We're coming up to 30 seconds left on the clock of the first half. Go for a field goal. Ooh. I think he knew he wasn't going to get a try within the last 20 seconds, so fair play, 21 plays 6. I'd take the 1 point there. I think that's a great decision. We've looked 5 seconds on the clock. Great decision. And a good kick. Very good. And there's the siren. 21 plays 6, and it is half time. I am going to take a quick 1 minute break. I will be with you again shortly. Just so you know, as I'm not here at the moment, I've just had to get rid of a dead bird. A dead bird upstairs. I've got 2 piles of sick now to clear up. I'll be back in a second. I'll put this sign back up even though I'm not going to the toilet. Oh my god. That's not fun having to deal with that. What is going on? What have we got? Mark, you predict Parramatta win the second half. Pick them to win in the tipping competition. I think actually it's been a close game. I don't think there's been a lot in it. I think the scoreline is a little bit harsh on the Eels. It's a little bit harsh on the Eels, I think, because I don't think they've done that bad. The sin bin was a killer for them, I think. That really was a killer, and Roosters were able to capitalise on it. But there's still another 40 minutes to go. Mate, Shanice, dead birds. Luckily, it's not a live bird. Live birds are the worst. I had to catch a live... I think it's Astro. Astro has turned into a proper killer. Honestly, he's going to have to get a collar with a bell on because he has turned into a right killer. Evil cat he is. And then poor old Jet down here. Hang on. Poor old Jet down there. He's had a bit of a dodgy tummy this week. Which isn't very good. Poor boy. I'm cold. Why is it so cold? 8 o'clock on a Sunday morning and it's quite chilly. I'm just going to get myself a jumper, I think. 2 seconds. Oh. It was only a little, well, that sort of size bird. Walker's been, I tell you what, Walker's been pretty decent, hasn't he? I think Walker, and who's the other one? Walker and... No, yeah, Walker. I think Walker has been the standout player here for the Roosters. He's shown that real spark, hasn't he, to attack. High danger mouse. Honestly, results sometimes make no sense, don't they? You could have a low league team beating a top team, and then the top team beats a mid-table team. There's no rhyme or reason. I don't know what my... Let me have a look what my tipping was. It's probably wrong. Let's check out my Super Brew predictions for this week. Live round. When it loads up. Oh, I'm not doing well this... I'm not doing very well this week. Not doing well at all. There are my picks for this week. Oh, hang on, let me put it back a little bit. That is not a good week. I can tell you that for nothing. I think my AFL picks are doing a little bit better. Yeah, my AFL picks, I've only... Bloody hell, did the Gold Coast beat Fremantle? There's my AFL picks for the week, and they are doing a lot better. Hi, Karen. Time-wise, so partly the reason why I'm doing NRL watch long as well is because I've got to go to Staplewood, which is Southampton Football Club's academy. I'm refereeing under 14s at 11 o'clock. Last game of the season for me, under 14. So I don't think I would have had time / getting up early for AFL. What are the scores? Yeah, it's still a close game, but to the Giants and Carlton. Yeah, not too bad. I can't believe Gold Coast Suns. I say destroyed. It was a very low scoring game, but beat Fremantle. That's a shock, but probably a good shock for. Probably a good thing for Swans. Definitely a good thing for Swans because that puts Swans up to 4th place. But Carlton have got extra game in hand there. I need to do this. I need to do some tipping. I need to do some Super Brew predictions for the Premier League today. Yeah, let me quickly do some predictions. Wolves versus Norwich. No. Brentford for the win. Arsenal to beat Newcastle. And then Tuesday the 17th. Liverpool at home. Come on, we want to get this second half underway. Let's get this second half going. It's in their hands now, isn't it? It's the Premier League is in their hands. I'll look at the table in a second. Give me a second. Players are on their way back out. We'll get the sound up again. Well, Jason, it looks like you're swimming backstroke to China then. Yeah. Surely Jason means Manchester City. Surely. I don't know. Look, 2 games remaining. I don't know who Man City have got left to play. Man City have got West Ham and Aston Villa. Both teams that could possibly upset the apple cart, should we say. And Liverpool have got Southampton, my team, and Wolves. So I think Liverpool could lose to Southampton, potentially, but I don't know. The game is underway again. Game's underway, yeah. Jason, after that, I think you're swimming to China, my friend, because you said Man United. And Man United are definitely not winning the Premier League. I can tell you that for nothing.
Great minutes for the Eels in the win against the Panthers last week. Papali'i on that right-hand side gets to Walker immediately here. Walker wanting some help there from Momirovski. Stop intending.
Hey, I've seen stranger things happen, mate. I have seen stranger things happen. There's still the potential. Still potential for Saints to win, even though Saints are on their holidays already. Only takes one James Ward-Prowse free kick, doesn't it? So 21-6. I just think, like, Roosters probably have played better, but I don't think they deserve a 15-point lead. Just don't think they deserve a 15-point lead for, you know, because I don't think Eels have been massively behind in this. Rich, hi mate. It's been a fairly good game so far, Rich. I certainly do think the reason for the 15-point lead is because of the sin bin. I think that did it for the Eels. I don't know who's in the relegation spot now. I think Everton may end up saving themselves, if I'm honest. Amazingly. Yeah, it's still tight, isn't it? It's still Leeds, Burnley or Everton, and it'll be a travesty if Leeds go down, travesty if Everton go down. For their teams, anyway. Very, very tight. It's certainly going to be an interesting last day of the season for those 3 teams.
The Roosters now with the ball in Eels territory.
Here is Butcher, the man who gained possession for the Roosters playing.
So Roosters with the ball. They've only got 3 tackles remaining. No, kept on. 40 metres out. Uh-oh. Oh. I thought he was just going to burn the players then, and he didn't. He ended up running into them. So Roosters with the ball. They've got 2 tackles remaining. They've got enough for the... Oh. Is this another 4 points? Surely it's going to go to the video assistant. They're definitely given an on-field try. It looks potentially forward. What are we thinking?
Another try saver there from Gutherson, but then they swing it to the right. I thought it went through the hands of Tupanua. Doubles around Keary, pops one over the top to Joey Manu, dummy, then flick.
Oh, I don't know. The problem was the touch judge clearly is not in line. The touch judge was not in line at all, surely.
Basketball pass over to Joey Manu, dummy, then the flick. Oh, we just don't see it.
The touch judge, I don't know how he's not in line, but surely that's really poor positioning from him. So they give the try. So 25-6. This is almost this is getting out of Eels' hands now. This is getting too much for him. Let's try and work out if this was forward or not. That's definitely forward. Either way, that is surely definitely forward.
The pass has been ruled to go backwards. It might have bounced forward, but the flick went back and Suwali unmarked.
Surely it looked forward. I don't... The touch judge, that was really poor from the touch judge, surely.
Notched another one. 25-6.
This is a big lead, and given so much between these two teams, form-wise coming
Tight angle though, tight angle for the kick.
by this much at this point of the game, given what the Eels did last week to the Panthers.
Sam Walker is on 4 out of 4, but only
10 metres. Fletcher
only one of them was difficult, really, wasn't it?
players missed it. Let's just have a look at the... No, didn't get his hands. The ball went below his hands, and he didn't get a touch to it. But Sam Walker, smart play, threw the ball out after he picked
No, not a knock-on. Definitely not a knock-on. No contact made.
And it was the footwork of Momorowski. Beats well Penasini, gets the pass away to Daniel Tupou. That had the Eels on the back foot.
Can Walker make another kick? No, nowhere near. Nowhere near on that one. That was a very tight angle, to be fair, but not good enough there for the kick.
Yeah, Eels coach Brad Arthur will not be happy with his side start to the second half. He was absolutely scathing towards them at half-time, said they had no physicality.
I'm still sure that was a forward pass, though. I'm sure it was forward.
They're going to get more punishment in the second half, and it has not started well for Parramatta. Trent Robinson, he just wanted better discipline out of his half. He said he wanted his team kicking long and just pinning.
Yeah, I think so, Jason. I definitely think so. So 25-6 to the Roosters. Surely this will be too much for the Eels. I think Roosters are playing a fairly solid here, that they're not going to let Eels get back into this. Trent Barrett may be getting the sack, by the sounds of it. If that was a forward pass, though, right, back on the try. If that's a forward pass, then surely that's the most basic thing in rugby that you've got to be officiating, right? Because look, when you think of rugby, everyone knows you have to pass it backwards. That is the main law. Surely you've got to get that right, or at least close to right. Touch judge was in an awful position. He wasn't up level with play.
Again called just then. The alarm went off, and there is in fact a set restart here for Parramatta.
They've got a set restart for Parramatta.
Here through Brown rather slowly, but they've got tackles to burn now from Madison.
Oh.
Good stop there through the middle of the field, made by Luke Keary. Great defence from both sets of halves here today. The Eels and the Roosters.
Papali. Nice try from Papali. Get in. There we go. We got the game back on.
Set restart number 6 for the Eels, and that gave them a few more tackles, and he just
Game on again.
They've done a great job on him so far this afternoon. But just
Oh, Papa just ran straight through the Eel, Papali. No one got anything on him.
Couldn't make the tackle. Tedesco wasn't up to it at the back. Walker raced up and then backpedaled and couldn't get a shot on Papali'i. That meant
Very good try there. Solid try. The ground just opened up from him.
this combination again between Crichton and Walker. They've been so good all afternoon. Walker came.
God, ground just opened up.
And his peripheral vision had to come up as well as Walker was going backwards. There's a real lack of communication there between them after they've been so good to this point of the game. And in the end, Butcher with a desperate effort couldn't stop a runaway freight train. Isaiah Papali'i.
Yeah, we saw Luke Keary make a great tackle on the other side of the field, and how it has worked.
Is this game on again with 31 and a half minutes remaining? Quite possibly. We've seen big comebacks. There's another 2 points, 25-12. 13 points behind, 2 tries and a kick behind.
31 minutes remaining, Jake.
Yeah, Isaiah Papali'i, his second try of the match. He gets the Eels back in this one, and they have been just so inconsistent at times this year, the Eels. You think back to last week, they had that great win over the Panthers.
I love you see the rear image of the rooster, the mascot, and you can see him. He's got his arms going, and then all of a sudden the try goes in and his arms collapse.
Up and down to start this game, but a second try here makes it 25 points to 12. Can they regain themselves over this next 31 minutes and pull off a major comeback?
They made the first step. Climb the top of Everest to do it here. They're back within 13. Perhaps that field goal from Sam Walker just before half.
Could be the vital one, couldn't it? That field goal by Sam Walker, that extra point, because it keeps them, even if the Eels get 2 tries, 2 conversions, it still keeps them 3 tries really out of it.
At the back end of the first half, the Eels just having set after set at them. Comes back to be a factor at the back end of the game as well for the Roosters as far as energy is concerned. They play it there through Opacek. The
Eels have got the ball. 2 tackles remaining.
Tupanua came up, couldn't stop the ball though. Gutherson searching to the right-hand side, looking for an option.
What are they going to do for their last tackle here? They've got to try and make big distance, surely. I don't think they are. They're running it. Oh, no. He's playing football. He's playing football with it. Oh, my gosh. Nice. Oh, my word. The electric sounds. Oh, wow. He ends up dribbling it down the field.
Papali'i runs a try off the kickoff set. They come up with another one down the short side. Mitch Moses.
He gets past the 11 and then he makes it himself.
And we use the term tiptoeing down the sideline. He literally was doing it. Mitch Moses gets a kick past Tedesco, wins the race to the ball.
I think, Rich, you might have come at the right time, buddy.
Back now. Just watch how close he goes. Gets the kick in. Then
Kicks
puts
right.
the foot on the touchline, runs outside the field of play to win the
Sensational.
race.
Absolutely sensational. 25-16. That was brilliant play.
Quite incredible.
Who says you need to use your hands to play rugby, eh? Who says?
Brilliant piece of play from him to open the Eels scoring today. Roosters score. Moses comes up with a brilliant play to set Papali'i up for his
Just
try. And he had
absolutely
no room to
brilliant.
work with. Had to get to the ball before Sam Walker did.
29 minutes remaining.
And just
We're going for a conversion as well.
back into the in-goal area. That's great to watch.
There has been talk in recent times about the retention of Mitch Moses and what they would be prepared to pay him.
Can Moses make the conversion? He's got to make the conversion, really.
Set up, and then that try right there, he scored.
That'll then put him back in it.
Pure individual brilliance. He is $1 million a season player. This kick
Off the post.
more than shaves it. It was a fair nudge, but it's
Off the post and in. That's the main thing, though.
25-6.
18 plays 25.
5-18.
Well,
7 points to behind. 1 try and a conversion. They're back in this game.
Parramatta side, but
Back in this game. They have. Well, we'll see how they do when the restart. But maybe the Eels now have the momentum they need for the comeback.
Now, the great thing about Magic Round, there are fans from all 16 clubs here in the stadium, and there were jumpers of all denominations. On people there just going in the air saying,
So, Eels have the ball.
standing and applauding. An incredible piece of play from Mitch Moses.
Did you say it had been 8 years since the Roosters went to a halftime break, scoring 20 points gone on to lose. It's been 8 years.
2014 was the last time.
2014, the last time they had a 20-point lead and then lost the game from half time. I would say the fans in the stadium do not look that happy at the moment. They look a little bit depressed.
Spiraling kick, what a strike that was. Tedesco says, let's just let that one bounce. A terrific strike, terrorising his old mate. And Tedesco.
I don't, Shanice, only because I don't really follow non-league football, if I'm honest, Shanice.
Where fullbacks have not even made an attempt to catch the ball, they're just letting it bounce. The kicks are that good.
There's only so much sport I can really do in a week.
About what an attacking player he is, but you've got to look at the hard yards playing on the wing these days, and Sawali he's made to
27 minutes and 15 seconds left.
No corners hit at 6 again.
Roosters got 2 tackles left and they're outside the 40-metre mark. Make that 5 tackles. Done.
Just holding off Tom Opachik there. Almost sneaking around the outside.
Got a big wingspan. It's the last play. There was going to be a 6 again call. It didn't eventually.
Oh, good pressure. Good pressing.
Momorowski wraps up Bailey Simonson and the Eels under pressure. To work it away from inside their own 10.
Yeah, Momorowski realised pretty quickly there he better get to Simonson because there was not many Roosters.
Brown and Big Reg, RCG in the background, waiting for a chance to get back out there. The bench for the Eels, they've been very good, including this man, Makatoa. Madison again. Off the back of his performance last week. Terrific for Brad Arthur today. Tedesco once again lets it bounce. They'll bring it back towards Opachek and also Lane. And the Roosters just trying to get themselves back into the arm wrestle here.
Yeah. Everyone says Queensland's the place. Queensland's the place to go, guys.
Pieces of play.
Everyone's shocked I'm going to Melbourne and not Queensland.
Also Luca Fafita. Just the 17th game of his NRL career and 4th this season. Right, it runs towards Moses there. Take him down though, pretty much his own bat. Watson jumps out of dummy half. Now he goes sideways.
Roosters. It doesn't look like the Eels have got a lot of momentum though after that try. Ball, big ball up. Needs a nice, good take. Ah, Peter Coe. Hi, nice for joining me. Thank you.
Kicking to corners literally. That one landed right in that left-hand corner. Gutherson with a good run.
So just under 25 minutes left of the second half. Eels, have they got the momentum? I'm not sure. I know they got that last try, which definitely boosted the game. But I'm not seeing any momentum here, really. I think Roosters have now done quite a good job of keeping the ball in the Eels' half. But that was a decent kick. Very good kick. I had to judge the ball bounce there. Patako. I'm going to try. Hopefully that's right.
So either way, he got a result out of it. Tupou gets to the 30 with a nice run.
Wish my dog was that obedient. He'd have been across the road and up at the shops to the chicken shop.
What?
Here is Sula. 15
Oh, yes, okay.
halfway line.
I got you. Got you, Patako.
Good heads-up play by Sawali to be aware the ball might have been coming back in his direction.
24 minutes left.
Barney, but stopped
25-18 to the Roosters.
tackle by Madison. Now Tedesco off the left foot. Working hard again. Brown this time makes the stop, but wasn't in fact Oregon Kafusi. It was Kafusi. Keary kicks down towards Parham again. He'll back his way to the corner and then brings it back out. Stop there. Tackle by Suwali. Manu was
They're doing. I said Roosters are doing a good job of pressing it. Eels are struggling to get out their own half when they've got the ball.
Yeah, that stung him, that tackle that he made then on Hayes Parham. He's a bit slow to get back to the defensive line.
Let me see if there's a view of that by the independent doctor in the bunker as the Eels spread it. Walker under pressure there, got a touch. So did Crichton. The ball came free and it's been knocked on by Parramatta.
I think he'll challenge this.
Knocked on by Parramatta.
Indeed they will. Here is Suwali now in the hands of
23 to go. What's he giving? He's going to captain's challenge here. So the referee gave a knock on, I think. But we got a captain's challenge.
That's how I saw it. I could be proven wrong by the replay. He got over the top of Sam Walker and then the grassing tackle from Angus
Crichton. Mitchell Moses gets to his feet and places the ball back on the ground. Angus Crichton has failed to release him. This is interference. The challenge is successful.
Oh, there you go. Successful captain's challenge. Wow.
His feet importantly. So often in that situation, you see players still on their knees and plant the ball on the ground.
Yeah, Crichton denied him the quick play the ball. He got past Walker. Crichton made a legs tackle, did not let go of that right leg.
It'll happen very quickly, but Moses won the contact.
There you go. That is possibly what the Eels needed.
He could right there. Here's the incident with Suwali right in the point of the shoulder there of Parham as he brought it
So
back.
Eels, 22 minutes 40 left. Eels are on the attack. They've got 5 tackles remaining.
See what the independent doctor maybe makes of that though. 6 again.
20 metres out. There's possibly space here behind the Roosters as well. That can be used by the Eels. Oh, 6 metres out. Big boys crashing into each other here. They've still got 4 tackles remaining. 4 tackles remaining. That's got to be. That's got to be a try. He thinks it's a try. Referee agrees. 22-25. The Roosters are crumbling. They are crumbling.
Much like the Roosters in the first half, when they get down this end, they come up with points. Ryan Madison, brilliant for the Eels off the bench last week against the Panthers with his footwork and his...
Hi, Bradley.
Junior Barlow gets a pass away after crashing into the Roosters.
Just the momentum shift to the Eels here. You could feel it after the Eels scored their last one, couldn't you, really?
But wasn't strong enough to hang on, and he pulls himself out of the tackle of Tedesco and gets to ground. Ryan
Now we have a game. What can Roosters do to get over this?
Watch the work from Madison. Terrific stuff from him. And there
I thought it would be a good game, to be fair. But saying that, every time I schedule a watch long and I think, oh, this is going to be a good game, it never is. But this one is a close one with 20 minutes left. 21 minutes left, should I say. This is going to be an easy kick, surely. You cannot miss this. In. Easy peasy. 1 point behind. Roosters lead by 1 point with just over 20 minutes left.
Yeah, Ryan Madison, he scored a late try in that win over the Panthers last week with a brilliant left foot step. This time he gives 2 big right foot steps and goes over underneath the post as his team come to within 1 point of the Roosters. And just at the moment, keeping an eye on Joseph Suwali, he is still out there for the Roosters despite that head knock before. They look like they have looked at it and he seems okay.
Well, you were hoping we went blow for blow. It hasn't quite been like that. Tries have come in big groups, but the Eels now, after giving up the first try in the second half, it was looking unlikely. And
I think Roosters, what are they going to do here? How are they going to recover from this? They've got to press high, keep the Eels in their own half. Do what they can to press.
Sunday night show. Special guest, Titan skipper Tino Fasuamala-Aui, and the man of the moment, the Broncos superstar, the buy of the season, Adam Reynolds, on the couch with Matty and the boys.
Oh! Oh, he just got a face full of shoulder and bicep. Ouch. That was a, yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't got a sore face now. That is a huge kick up. Huge kick up. Roosters with the ball back now.
Just outside the Roosters 20.
Gee, that's a massive kick from Mitch Pearce. And Junior Barlow.
Ouch. Oh.
Legs tackle certainly didn't help.
Face meets shoulder.
Down fractionally, and then the two front rowers over the top.
Ow, they keep showing replays.
Big shot.
Here he is now carrying the ball. Luka Fafita, almost back at the halfway line, midway through this set. Here comes Matt Butcher, who steps off the right foot. Marnie's there to pick him off. 27 tackles in the game now for Reid Marnie. Walker searching. Comes out to Tupou.
It would make it interesting if Roosters got another try here, because I think if Roosters get another try, the Eels would have to start getting a little bit more desperate, I think. Especially as time runs out. Ball over the top. Whoa! Yes! Is that a response? Is that a strong response? Wow.
That is so good to watch. Joseph
Unbelievable.
timing his run, his jump, and his catch to perfection. Luke Keary, the crossfield kick. Parramatta winger was there. Hayes Perham was there.
He never got up, did he? He never got up. That was some AFL style marking there.
Spectacular from Joey.
Straight off his shoulders. And down for the try. Oh.
What a player he is.
Oh. Brilliant.
Out in this right wing, only moments earlier, copped quite
The Eels player didn't get off his feet though, did he? He didn't even attempt to get off his feet.
and Keary's kick.
Brilliant kick into a brilliant position.
Yeah, that is.
Oh.
That's AFL territory. That.
There you go. Even the commentators say that's AFL territory.
Shoulders of Hayes Perham, who could not do much about it. He
Wow.
was standing under the ball, but he had his back to Sawali, and
That takes it 29-24.
the perfect platform just to get up over the top of him. What an athlete.
It was worthy of 100,000 at the MCG on Grand Final Day.
To be fair,
If he was dunking above
to be fair, he does look like a body shape more of an AFL player, doesn't he? He could certainly be an AFL player with that body shape.
Searching for a bit of support. They'd given up on the play. And in hindsight, probably a good thing. Keary in position to take that kick and get it on the spot.
John Morning, you're missing a good game here. This is a really, really good, fun game. Sydney had the lead, had a 20-ish point lead. Eels bring it back to 1 point. And then we've just seen an AFL-esque mark taken for the try. Oh, sliced it. Sliced it so. 5 points behind. 5 points behind. It is now just one try in it.
Watch it again. The kicking this weekend from some of the halves has been exquisite. Jake.
Oh,
Yeah, what a kick
just
it was and what a leap by
beautiful.
Joseph Sawali.
Absolutely beautiful taking that.
5 for the season. And what a journey he's had to start his first grade career.
Try and a conversion. That's all it is.
Pushed the exemption
Try and
into
conversion.
before he's turned 18.
16:45 to go.
Last year, then he picked up the list
It is
record.
there for the taking.
One of the more difficult injuries to rehab. He had to come over that and build his body
See, that's the
up to be
thing, isn't it, as well, that
and play and get back into this Roosters
he
side.
needed to convert. He needed to make the conversion there because just to keep it out of range of one try, and he didn't do it. So it is still just one try and a conversion in it.
The all clear from the NRL to make his debut.
That'll be some serious pressure, especially if Eels get a late try out wide.
There by the Eels as a result.
Massive pressure that will be to make the conversion.
Back beyond the 40-metre line through to Luka Fafita. 16 remaining. That's the converted try, the difference. As Manu Cuts back to the inside, beats 3 or 4 of them. Still going, Joseph Manu. He's the best dancer in the NRL. There are some good.
You'll be playing half forward. Nice, Phil. Hi again, Phil. Good luck. Good luck indeed. I hope you win. I hope you win. There you go, Phil. And I hope you win. I tell you, you are right, Taco. Same colours as the Cowboys, isn't it? Really, the yellow and blue.
Spectacular catch and try of Joseph Suwali. Marnie coming wide here. Campbell Gillard wasn't expecting that, but gets going quickly enough. Tupanua around the legs. Butcher over the top. What a pace this game has been played at.
It's a very good game. Very good game so far. 29-24. Coming up 15-15 left.
Comes back to the right-hand side. Moses skipping at the line. He did well. The ball was behind him, but he hangs on to it. Going over the top there of Sam Walker in the tackle. Moses down the short side again. Chips for himself.
Swearing down the mic.
Tupou was back there waiting for this one. He tried to replicate what he did not that long ago. And the Roosters winger, the big giraffe, rounded it up and brings it back here as Saluka Fafita takes it towards the fork.
Well, both teams have had success going down short sides, kicking the ball.
Hi, all Aussie Adventures.
Set up on the first bounce. Suwali beats Sean Lane, but the defenders there, Barlow amongst them.
I don't know who's got this in the end. I really don't know who's going to win this now. This is so close. It really could go either way.
Forward to Desco. Tupanua running hard there at Dylan Brown. Made a good legs tackle. Wants to play it quickly. Last one here. Keary will kick it.
Big ball up. It's being chased. Oh, not that time. Not that time.
With Gutherson, but it's going to be called play on. Look towards the officials from Gutherson saying, surely I was tackled mid-air, but they thought Manu was contesting the ball. And the Eels to work it away.
14 minutes left on the clock. There's nothing in it. There really isn't anything in this game.
Tennessee comes in for a carry. Stopped there by Saluka Fafita. Just over 13 minutes remaining. Bum comes towards Crichton. Butcher over the top as well. Last play here. Moses awaiting again on that right-hand side.
Big ball. Is he going to take it down cleanly? He did. Roosters with the ball in their own 10. In their own 20. Charging up. I picked Eels as well by 6. But my tipping has not been good for this week. It's not been good.
Steady the ship. The try by Suwali. Take it forward here again. Momirovski fend there on Moses.
He's proven a handful, Momirovski, this afternoon, hasn't he? The footwork and the fend.
I don't know who's going to break it. I just don't know.
It's been a real challenge for the Parramatta.
I'm not sure. I know it's on my Discord server, but I've got this on KO. So I really don't know what channel it's on. But yeah, I've got it on the Australian channels, mate.
It's Keary. Once again, the bomb towards Perham. No energy there from Manu or Suwali on that particular charge. So they'll let him make the catch and they bring it back here to play it. Just inside their own.
Eels in their own half. Just in their own 20.
Suddenly, as both these teams just go set for set at the moment. Boy, Marnie.
It's so tight. Honestly, I really do not know which way this is going. We've got coming up to 12 minutes left. And all momentum seems to have been lost from either team now. It is that close.
Big human he is. Hard to stop when he winds up like that. He brings it back to the halfway line. Moses will put it through the hands this time. First time he hasn't kicked for quite a while. Papali'i picks out Tupou. In towards Tedesco, and Teddy said, no, I've done enough for the moment. You take a carry.
He was forced to pass the ball there, Mitch Moses. The Roosters' defence was off the line again very quickly. He didn't think he had time to put a kick in, and Papali'i was the one forced to do the kicking. Suwali goes through a bit of space behind the plate.
11:30 left now on the clock. Roosters with the ball. 2 tackles remaining. Very much, both teams are now stuck in the middle of the pitch.
Takes them on, bringing Baker with him. Good tackle there by Opacek and also Brown. Down the short side, last play. Keary.
Up and over.
Hook it back towards the post. Gutherson up against Taukeaho. He came from the blind
It's
side.
got to be an Eels ball. Yeah, definitely Eels ball there. Just about managed to get hold of it.
From Clint Gutherson under a lot of pressure. A couple of Roosters coming through, but the Roosters are winning the field position battle. They're getting close enough to put an attacking kick up, and that replay just shows the work that Gutherson had to do.
Penasini did well there to beat tacklers.
It has been, honestly, Walker and Moses, 6 for Roosters, 7 for Eels. They have been the standout players in this game, I think. I think Papa, I'm trying to pronounce it right without offending. Papali, he has been brilliant as well. He's been very good. Oh, bounced off the corner post.
Yes, 7 tackle set with the ball touching the corner post there. I thought Lane was all right. He pushed it backwards and then cleaned it up himself.
10 minutes remaining on the clock. Which way is this going to go?
Inches away from
Who is going to win this? The odds have changed. The odds were, when I looked earlier, when at half time, Sydney Roosters were about $1, and Parramatta Eels were about $7. $3.30 now for Parramatta and $1.32 for Sydney Roosters. So the odds are changing in the favour of the Eels.
try, they win the game. We're inside the final 10 minutes, 7 tackle set. You would think the Roosters would get into a position to put an attacking kick up, which again see the Eels bring it off their line.
Dylan Brown's dangerous in the first half. Not as many chances with the ball in this second half. Still a load of time though on the clock as we go inside.
Can you
the
stop
final
snoring
10.
down there?
Baker is them going in the right direction, looking for a quick play of the ball. Brown took a chance there in the second effort, but it's play on.
It certainly is. I said it is one try in it, isn't there? It's one try in it. But the Eels have got to get it. One try and conversion. One try and a conversion. But the Eels have got to do it. It's not going to be easy. Sydney aren't going to just roll over it. They're still on the attack. I think if Sydney get one more try, then it's game over, personally. But they've got to get that as well. Oh! No, that was unlucky. Really, really good play almost there by the Roosters.
The way the referee saw it, the push pass there back inside was contacted by Sean Lane.
What are they giving?
Good play down this right side, giving Joey Manu a one-on-one. That is a great flick pass again. Tupanua gets rid of it just as he was going out, and the push back in from Sawali definitely made contact with Sean Lane's hand.
8 minutes 20.
Well, they look sharp on this right-hand side today, haven't they?
Yeah, good move.
Terrific.
Just don't do too much on the inside. Just give it to Joey Manu every now and then and let him put on the footwork and the pass as we saw just then. Such a danger.
Sean Lane is gassed, so he comes from the...
Well, Roosters get the restart here. 5 minutes out from the Eels. They've got to hold them off. They've got to hold them off. As I said, I think if Eels give away a try now, it's game over. Huge tackle. Absolutely huge tackle that was.
Well, they've used him a lot this afternoon. The crash ball on Tupanua, and he's worse for wear after the shot from Dylan Brown. He's a very good defensive half. Brown stands his ground.
Cool.
Good contact on.
That was just Brown standing his ground, as the commentator said. He was an immovable object then.
They could not afford to give up a try. A try
Oh.
is a Roosters win.
Immovable object. That's what he was.
Boy, that is tough to do like that. Tackle over the top of the ball and stop Tupanua cold. Watch it again.
Oh.
Contact right across the top of
I think it was partly... I think it made it easier to tackle because Tupanua only had 1 foot on the ground and didn't have the force behind him there.
Under all sorts of pressure. Now there is a concern here for Tupanua. Didn't see any suggestion that the tackle was high, but he's on the ground here. And
Well, I think the contact
problem maybe with the throat region.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's hard to tell, but the contact had that much force in it. You saw it rock the body of Tupanua backwards.
And he hasn't connected with his head. He has. It's been reviewed. It's called whiplash. No, it's not. Dylan.
Well,
They're gonna
stand
penalise.
by. The bunker has had further looks at this.
Oh.
Dylan Brown placed on report a penalty coming to the Roosters.
Wow. So that has turned around what the commentators thought was a really good, strong tackle.
Angle to what we've seen so far, well, obscured by the upright pad there, but the bunker was certain.
We've certainly seen worse tackles not given.
Tupanua, who was back on his feet.
Certainly seen worse tackles not given there for high.
Here it is again. Let's see if we can just see what happens before the pad here. Oh yes.
Oh, yeah, he ducked his head and the arm is coming.
We've seen worse though. This is the problem with rugby league.
If that's the case, given what we saw, he's been placed on report.
Yeah, it didn't seem any worse than other tackles we've seen in rugby league. I think in Union you wouldn't get that, because they've massively cracked down on high contact. But in league you see it all the time. I think that's harsh. I think that's harsh personally.
Of course, a 5-point game can become 7. Importantly here for the Roosters, with Walker about to take this attempt at 2. What do you think about the potential there for a sin bin on Brown?
I'm happy that he's still on the field.
And Walker inside the post to make this 31.
There's been plenty of contact to the head though. I'm not saying, it is definitely high, but in rugby league terms, it's not anything unusual compared to what would be high in. Yeah, in Union definitely, and it would probably be a red card. Is that enough? That might be enough. 7 points here.
Minutes to go. They need the football down this end of the field, so they've got to try and get a result from the kickoff. Gutherson must get the kick right.
7 points with 6 minutes 15 left. It's doable, but not easy. Not easy.
Victory will move into the top 4, and the Eels from 5th will go back 1. Sharks would be 5th.
I tell you what, that just shows how close these teams are here.
7th to 4th.
It really does show how close they are.
Gutherson with the short one. Manu is there as you would expect, and he goes up above everybody and makes a terrific catch. The Roosters come down with it.
Ryan, if you want to see the game, it's showing in the Discord server, mate. I can't show on here because this stream will get shut off, but it's showing in the Discord server for anyone to watch.
Across the halfway line. Let's see how they play it, though, the Roosters.
Don't buffer now. That's poor time to be buffering, isn't it? The Discord link is in the description of this stream. However, I've just started buffering, which has been fine all game. And then, yeah. I think 7 points now. They can do it, but I'm not sure. Oh, that would be great, because I just seem to have lost. If you can do it in the that would be great. Petarco. All of a sudden, I don't know what the hell's gone on with the stream, but yeah, if you can stream it, that would be amazing. And then I'll join your stream. If you're in the Discord server, then switch over to Petarco, and he's about to put it on. What annoying time to lose the stream. Hold tight. Hang on. Let me just give you some you should have permission now, Petarco. Petarco. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, game's back on. That'll do the job. I 2 minutes 30 left. I just can't see them doing it. Can't see them doing it. I think this is done, isn't it? I think this is done. I think that penalty was the killer there. That was the killer. With 2 minutes remaining on the clock. Sydney 31. Parramatta 24. Right, mister, you're hopeful. Very, very hopeful. 1 minute 40 left. Roosters with the ball. They've got 2 tackles remaining. They're gonna have to give play up very soon. $120. This is done. This is done. I really enjoyed this game though. A really enjoyable game. We thought the Eels would come back in and win it, but they lost the momentum that they gained. $45 seconds remaining. This is done. This is done. Stick a fork in it. Yeah. The Roosters get a turnover here. Exactly. Exactly. Three, 2, 1, game over. The Roosters held on. The Roosters held on in the end. Fair play to them there, because it was very, very close to looking like the Eels were gonna steal it in the end. But turns out that half-time lead was enough with one try and one. Oh, the penalty kick definitely killed it off in the end. Thank you, Potako. Really kind of you to finish off the stream on the Discord. I don't even know what the hell happened to mine. It's just died. It has just died. Guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've got to go and I've got to go referee a football match. Under 14s. Ugh. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, guys. Have an awesome rest of your weekend. Have a great week. And I will catch you next time.